This is Robert from the Healthy and Fit Lifestyle, and welcome to a new episode. And today we're going to talk about hypertrophy. The last time we talked about metabolism, and of course we were talking about how to increase the size of your mitochondria. And of course, when we're talking about increasing the size of the muscle, any part of the muscle, we're talking about hypertrophy, which is what we're going to discuss today. Now, hypertrophy is basically, well, people are throwing it around, and the main reason it's very popular right now, because what it means is to increase the size of your muscle. And in order to create hypertrophy, so people just love to throw around the word hypertrophy. In order to increase hypertrophy, you need what we call the overload principle. You have to overload the muscle. Make sure that it's overload in terms of frequency, intensity, time, or even the type of exercise that you're doing. If you increase the intensity of your exercise or increase the load, you overload the muscle in any shape or form, it's going to be the muscle be forced to grow. And a lot of people say in order for your muscle to grow is you have to break it down. The muscle doesn't really break down, because if you break down the muscle, that's a whole different road. You get into what we call rhabdomyolysis, when you break down the muscle, and it's very hard for your kidneys. You don't want to go down that road. That's overtraining your muscles. You don't want to go there. What you want is to overload your muscle in such a way that the body or your muscles will release a specific enzyme. Your body's going to release creatinine or creatine kinase and cytokines, which are signaling proteins that will make it grow. So if you have this, if your body releases this, once you overload the muscles, and all of this that I mentioned is all in your blood, your RNA is going to pick it up. Your RNA is the body's messenger. The RNA, for those of you who are into biology and physiology, you know what RNA means. RNA is your ribonucleic acid. It's the messenger of the body. Messenger to whom? It's the messenger to your DNA. Your DNA is the body's genetic blueprint. Basically, the DNA is your instructional manual. And your instructional manual tells you how your body is going to react. It dictates how your body looks like, your genetics, basically. Because your DNA is like a book with chapters on it. And these chapters are what we call genes. And the genes specific to muscle growth is your myostatin gene. The myostatin gene, now the DNA is going to open this book, open this instructional manual, and look at the myostatin gene. The myostatin gene has instructions in them. These are called your genomes. Now, these instructions, the first instruction usually is to release growth hormones. Okay? One of the first instructions is to release growth hormones. The growth hormones is specific to repair. They're like workers in your body. No, their job is to repair everything, and they do a lot. They repair a lot. They repair the skin in your body. The skin that you're looking at right now, if you look down on your skin, that's not the same set of skin you had 28 days ago. These are new set of skin. Now, where's the old one? The old one, it's now dust in your house. That's what you're sweeping on the floor. That's the dust in your house. What you have is the brand new skin. Okay? Now, if you don't produce enough growth hormones, your body's not going to produce a very good set of skin. That's what happens when you get old. That's why you get wrinkly skin, because you're starting to produce less version of your skin because you're not producing enough growth hormones. Okay? And the same with your muscle. If your muscle doesn't seem to grow as much anymore, it's because you don't have enough growth hormones. Well, physiologically, meaning as you age, your growth hormone goes down. And there's a significant drop in your growth hormones once you reach the age of 28. Once you reach the age of 28, your growth hormones drop. Now, these are the workers. They're the builders of your cells. The growth hormones are released during long uninterrupted nocturnal sleep, during good sex, and when you exercise with weights, when you do overload principle. That's when you release growth hormones. When you push yourself to the limit, that's when you release growth hormones. Now, let's say, for example, the muscle, you worked out your biceps, you overloaded it, it released a lot of creatinine, told the DNA we need a lot of growth hormones over here. The growth hormones are produced in your pituitary gland, you release it. Now the construction workers are there. Let's say the road, your muscle is the road and it needs a road widening project. You need to widen it. Okay, you need to increase the size or hypertrophy your muscles. The workers are there, and what do they use to build the road or the muscle? You're going to need protein for that. And that is what we call protein synthesis, to convert the protein that you ate in your diet and convert it into muscle. That is called protein synthesis. And that's how you build the muscle. But the problem is when you wake up the following morning. What do you experience? You experience a lot of muscle pains, a lot of aches and pains. Okay, the body is so smart, and part of the chapter, part of the instructions that the DNA will give is for you to activate your pain receptors. We always call this the DOMS, or delayed onset of muscle soreness. Now that pain, usually they say it's about lactic acid. Actually, the lactic acid, your body is in such a hurry to get rid of that lactic acid in your body because it's very acidic. The acidity of your lactic acid is more acidic than vinegar. It's more acidic than that. That's why your body is in such a hurry to get rid of all that lactic acid. So the body really gets rid of that. What you're feeling actually when you wake up in the morning and experience that DOMS, or delayed onset of muscle soreness, is your body activating your pain receptors, your prostaglandins. It activates them to remind you that you just worked out your biceps. Because if you wake up that morning, are you forgetting all about the exercise you did, your bicep is, and if it doesn't hurt, you're going to use it again and you're going to overtrain it. The growth hormone is released during your sleep. Okay, so they laid out that concrete on the street and it's not dried yet. Okay, so you need signages on that road to tell you don't use that yet. And the pain receptor is exactly that. It gives you a reminder, or reminds your body not to use that. That's why some people would say, well, no, just exercise it and you'll feel a lot better. Yeah, that's true, because the pain is going to go away. The pain is just going to go away because what you're feeling actually is just the signage. It's not really broken down. Well, it's not completely healed yet, but you can actually use it. But if you use it, it's not going to repair properly and the body's going to do it all over again. So that's the whole idea of hypertrophy and your muscle soreness. That's why rest is very important. When in hypertrophy, in order to increase the size of your muscle, you also need rest. You need rest, and of course you don't overtrain it. There is such a thing as overtraining. I know a lot of people in the internet are talking about there's no such thing as overtraining. Believe me, there is, because your body's going to keep on working and it can't cope up. There's such thing as a rhabdomyolysis, which would be a separate discussion after we discuss this. So that's how it works. This should give you an idea. This whole episode is supposed to give you an idea on how you're going to behave around your exercises, how you're going to behave around your overload principles, and how you're going to treat it after you do it. You're going to push it, but you're not going to overdo it. A lot of people are copying the things they see on Facebook or in the internet or in YouTube, and yeah, those are good exercises. But you have to make sure that you're doing the right overload exercise for your level of fitness. If you're pushing yourself too much, maybe it's not good for you. You have to find the right overload. Okay, not all of the type of exercises you can do. If you're a beginner, you have to start slow. You have to feel your way through this exercise program, and in order to ensure that you have this hypertrophy. Okay, guys? I hope this bit of information has been helpful, especially if you're trying to navigate your way into fitness and trying to make yourself healthier, or if you're a trainer who wants to explain everything a little deeper. Okay, I hope this would help. This episode would help. Again, this is Robert Baranda from the Healthy and Fit Lifestyle. And please do ask some questions on the comments below. And like and subscribe if you like this video. And we're coming up for more. Supposed to answer one of your questions. I already received my first question, and we're going to discuss that in a few more sessions. Okay? Again, this is Robert Baranda from the Healthy and Fit Lifestyle. That's the end of our blog. See you again.